All right, now we're officially recording our first team Zoom for Leap of Faith on the Rise. So like I was saying, we're going to simplify things this year. And in doing so, it means that we're going to have bigger crowds on Zooms. We're going to have a lot more going on the team page. So what I want you guys to understand is in my simplifying process, okay? So for example, I'm starting with cleaning a closet, okay? When you start taking things off the closet, off the shelves, making piles, donate, throw away, garbage, I don't want this, this doesn't fit anymore, this is my goal pile, it creates a lot more like chaos, stress. It actually feels way more overwhelming to see all this stuff before the finished project, right? So I'm just asking for grace as we go into this month because I'm feeling it. You guys are probably feeling it. So as we combine into one team and as we create this one page, there's going to be a lot of posts. There's going to be a lot of different faces that you're seeing with leaders. There's going to be a lot of different things that are going on. And it's going to feel like this isn't cleaning things up and that it isn't simplifying, and that it isn't getting organized. But I'm asking for your grace and your patience because as a team, we're going to be able to have a very effective team page that is helpful for all of us to be good leaders, to have a strong environment and culture for our teammates, but also help you be able to step away and know that everything's running smoothly and is being supported, and you can do maybe, something that you need to with your family life, your home life, your current job, or even just your personal IPAs, which is our hope, is that you can work on your own personal business. So as I go through all of this and you're taking notes and you're listening, we are going to have some conversation. I just ask that you don't get overwhelmed. You just take one thing at a time. And if there's something that, is, stopping you, confusing you, worrying you, that's something I want you to talk to me, your sponsor, about. I promise we're not trying to overwhelm you. We're just trying to help you. So that being said, I actually want to start by celebrating December. The back office was not being my friend the first week with the December report. So I now have all the details. So I want to celebrate those of you that were in the top 10 PV and who recruited last month. So I'm going to just open it up here real quick. So our top 10 PV, and you guys can just clap. People can't see, but, give a little clap, let people know that we're celebrating them. Top person in PV was Nicole Considine with 2,700 PV. Tara Beeler, 1,900. Carrie Wood, 1,800. Brianne, 1,600. Marsha, 1,000. Tara Leinhart, still on that top 10, girlfriend. If you're not on this call, I hope you're listening to the recorder. Someone's passing her the message. I'm so proud of her. Ashley Moline, 1,000. Cindy Bruce, 1,000. And Jenny DeLeo, 1,000. And Shannon, 4 PV to 1,000. And I know that's not going to be the case when convention credits are coming up because that's a cutoff. So I'm so proud of you guys. Like having 1,000 PV, almost up to 3,000 is huge. I'm sorry I didn't get to celebrate you with a post on the team page, but it was Super Saturday in the back office last night. It wasn't working, but I wanted everybody on the team to know you guys worked really hard on your PV. And moving forward into this convention contest, PV brackets are going to be huge. So just make note of that, where the cutoff is. Obviously, there was no purpose for cutoff in December, but I know Shannon would have purchased a product for $10 to get her over that hump. So just be intentional of watching your PV towards the last day of the month for convention credits. And I had to look, and you guys, you want to know what was exciting about December? We had people on this team add people that I've never heard of. So if this is someone on your team, I want you to celebrate them, because if I don't know them, that means most of this team don't know them, and that's not cool. Because if you're adding someone to this team, we want to celebrate you, welcome you, and bring you into this culture. So first off, congrats to Nicole for adding 3 people last month. Way to go, girlfriend. We had Morgan, Keely, Brianne, Denise, Tara Leinhart, Ramona, Rebecca, I think it's Esgian, nod, somewhere around there, Stephanie. I probably butchered her last name. Tara Beeler, Phyllis Valadez, I think I said Ramona, Lauren Stites, Marty, Zima, and so the ones we don't know, Karen Hoover, if she's on your team and you know who she is, give her some props, and a Heather Swanson. So if they're in your downline, make sure they're on our team page so that we can give them shout outs. Make sure you let them know, hey, last December, you were one of the people who recruited to this incredible team. We want to celebrate that. So just know it is very important to me when I go through these reports, which I do every single month, and I see your names on here. Like, you guys are the leaders of this team, and you're what's helping it grow, and what you're going to be the educators for us as we move forward this year so that we can learn from you guys. Okay, so moving on. Super Saturday was super. But with Super Saturday comes a lot. Comes a lot with the convention contest, comes a lot with the content of material that it brings, and then obviously all of the specials. So we're going to break things down one by one. And I'm going to go slowly, and I want you guys to unmute, ask a question, raise your hand if you have questions about it, because it's something that comes out really fast. And then it's something that's posted on multiple pages, and I'm trying to give you as accurate as information as I can to where I don't have to post 100 times on our team page. So the first is what you get having been registered for Super Saturday. The 2 free enrollments, 50% off convention registration, 50 bonus convention credits, so that's a great start. And with that, your the full incentive, whether you were registered for Super Saturday or not, $10 off welcome pack of $99, $20 off of $199 welcome pack, and then free shipping if they set up a subscription with 130 PV. Okay? Any questions on that before I move on? Okay. Now, the one thing that we cannot do is waste our 2 free enrollments. It is your job to work your tail off this month to utilize those 2 free enrollments. If you had a spouse like I did that you registered for Super Saturday, that means we have 4 free enrollments to use. You bet your rear we're going to be working our tail off to get those people added, because there is no better discount than free enrollment, $10 off, and free shipping. Plexus does not get any cheaper, okay? So share away, get excited, but I'm also going to put a little bit of a, I don't know if this is called a restrainer or what on it. I don't want you to give this to anyone who needs Slim and Accelerator, okay? That's not who should be an ambassador. Free enrollment and someone who should be an ambassador is someone who is going to have 100 PV every single month. It does not value you as an ambassador to have someone underneath you that orders under 100 PV every single month. You will make no money off of them. And although we're, some people aren't, I'm not in this for the money, we are. We all know we're going to get a paycheck. We all know it helps us pay for our products. And we all know we're here trying to help support our families and add some additional income to our paychecks. In doing so, we don't want you to add those people and let them be 100 PV. So make sure you're just setting them up for success. That's really the goal here, is utilizing this enrollment fee to be free. Commit to 90 days of being on a system, whether it's the triplex or Slim and some E's, whatever their combination is to help them get their health goals. Just make sure they meet their requirements, okay? Second of all, 50% off registration for convention. Register. I know so many have, because it has been a hot topic for the last 48 hours, is getting registered for convention. First off, if you haven't heard, it's in Orlando, not Vegas. I'm super excited about that. But when it's somewhere different, there's new questions, there's new hotels, there's new things that are going on. So we want to make sure that you're informed. Now, I know some hotels have been sold out. I know they've reopened, and I know they've sold out again. So I haven't put anything on the team page yet, and some people have been asking in a thread. You can message me, that's fine. Until I get accurate information. I only have hearsay that I'm getting from other threads. When someone will call customer service, they're told something, they'll post it in a thread. Unless it comes from corporate, I'm not spreading any rumors. So I'm hopeful that we're gonna get some new hotels released even in the morning, but you can't quote me on it. It's just gonna we're just gonna have to see as it goes. But I'm hopeful that you've registered first. It is $49.50. That's with the 50% off if you got the 50% off convention. And we will work out the details later. You can get your credit of your it would be $44.50, $5 off. They keep $5 if you get a refund by May 15th. So if travel doesn't work out, hotel doesn't work out, flight doesn't work, if something doesn't work out for you, you can still cancel. But convention will sell out. If you want to have an opportunity to be able to go, you need to register as soon as possible. Okay, let's see. I think that's about it on the registration stuff and for convention, the fees, discounts, anything else on that anybody needs to add that I missed or questions? Okay. Now I get to ask you guys some questions. So I know this is a bigger group, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but I'm really excited about this new face of Leap of Faith on the Rise, having more leaders, the calendar. What do you guys think of the calendar? Yay? Okay, so hold on. I just had it here, and I just put something over the top of it. I wanted to go over the calendar with you guys. Yeah, someone's there.
It's Nicole. What is the easiest way to print that out? I feel really dumb asking that.
No, girl, I just downloaded the image and printed it. Do you see? That's all I did was I clicked download onto my computer and just clicked print. So it's not the full 8.5, it's like the shorter version, but that's what I did so that I then could enter it all on my phone. So that's the other thing. Print it out or like pull it up and then enter stuff in your phone and save it. Because that way then if you're looking through your calendar and you're like, oh, I want to do something on, Monday the 22nd, I say don't do it because you need to be on a guest Zoom. Okay, so a couple things that I wanted to talk about. The second Tuesday is all team local events. I talked about it on the live. Obviously, I know that's tomorrow. A lot of things probably aren't planned, but I wanted to get it on the calendar for a reason. You are going to see this every single month, every second Tuesday. Now, this is a suggested. Obviously, if you don't have something available that night and it needs to be Thursday, you do what you need to do for your local team. But what I have found in something in my business that works is a consistent event that I can invite people to hang out with me socially. Okay, they're more apt to come to something like that. So I'm asking all of you in your little areas where you live to come together and host an event. So there's me, Emily Fennell, Jacqueline Stanley, Kelsey Wash, Nicole Barker. We're the Kansas City leaders. And we host one every second Tuesday, and one person is the host. So they make the graphic. We have a standing reservation at the same bar in a side room. It's like a restaurant every second Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Okay, it's super informal. We don't have a presentation. We don't do anything fancy. We invite people all across Kansas City, potentials and ambassadors to come. Sometimes we've had 4 people. Sometimes we've had 25. It's a standing reservation, meaning if I am talking to someone in a couple weeks and they want to hang out and learn a little bit more, I say, just come to me second Tuesday of the month. It's a natural thing, an event that we have, and I share details. Okay. So it may look different for you guys. I don't want you to get stuck in your head, oh, I don't have anyone local, I can't do it. Well, what if you hosted an online event that night for someone on your team? What if you do a team dinner? Like, maybe there's 3 of you and you Zoom together and you just, have some appetizers and a drink or something and talk. Just create a social environment to where you can invite wholesalers and potentials too. Okay, we have to think outside the box because that is what will help you grow. The other thing I want to talk about is the all team Zooms on the 25th of the month. Now, this is another thing. It's set there so that you can think to yourself, okay, the 4th Thursday or whatever, roughly, we're going to have an all team Zoom on the calendar every single month. This is an all team Zoom of Leap of Faith on the Rise. But I have level ones who have teams like Shannon and Carrie and Faith and Stephanie and Becky. All of you guys have your own teams that you need to be Zooming with your own people too. And so it helps you have a set date where you guys can then send the details to your team and your threads, and you guys can have your own calls where you can hash things out on a smaller scale and do things more specifically for you guys. Okay? So 2 more things, and then I want to talk about the calendar and get some feedback. The Small Steps, Big Changes group challenge starts on the 11th. Faith and Michelle and I are working on it. I know it's something that feels like it's sneaking up because the month came, Super Saturday came, and just getting people into it hasn't, for me, I haven't done as well getting the reach outs for it. Now, this is a great place to add all your white lines, all your wholesalers, and all your customers, because everybody's gearing things up. Maybe they already started on the 1st. Maybe they're struggling like me and just starting on the 8th, or maybe they're going to start on the 11th. But you can invite them to this group. All we are doing is adding supplements if you don't already take them, or kick back into taking your Plexus. Make 2 small changes, and we have a chart. You just pick which 2 small changes you want to work at, and our whole focus in this group is those changes and how you can work through, okay? So make sure you get them in that group. And if you have questions, send Faith, Michelle, or I a message. Lastly, new ambassador training. Keely did a video this morning, posted about it. We've been working on it. It will roll out on Sunday. This is also, because it's January and it's a different new ambassador training that we haven't done before, it is going to look different. It is going to feel different. And some people may be able to get a jump start from there, just some additional information, maybe just a revamp of something that, it specifically the back office, that's one thing that we're going to talk a little bit about too. So there will be information in there, and we're actually going to do a Zoom with the new ambassadors. So if you have someone that's new that's in it, there will be some accountability for you guys too. We're going to have them actually tag you in everything that they comment, so that you're seeing what they're putting and you're involved with them. You don't get to just add your new ambassadors to training anymore and hope that someone else takes care of them. We're going to make sure that we are continually, I don't want to say hand-holding, but we're supporting you guys. We are support until they say, I don't need it anymore, or you just see them naturally growing and stepping out of that nest, okay? So back to the calendar. It's new. The face is new. I would love feedback, positive, challenges, overwhelming. I want to hear from you guys what you think. And I will sit here in awkward silence because I don't care. And then I'll just call on you because that's what I do. Rona?
Yeah, I just want to clarify the white lines. White lines, because the newbies don't know what they are. I didn't know that either when you guys were talking about white lines. I'm like, what is white line?
Yep, great point. Thank you. So in our back office, our new people, well, are they? They're not color-coded anymore, are they?
Nope.
We can't say that. Oh, that's why. Okay. Well, white lines to anybody pre-November means someone who is an active ambassador. When they're active, they're a color, they're blue. And when they're no longer active, they're white. So everybody is white now. So there's no official white line. So I will have to change my language on that. Come up with a new word. Thanks for clarifying.
And the book club on Wednesdays, are you keeping it at 8:45 or did you change?
It'll be 8:30.
8:30, perfect. Yep.
I'll get to the book club stuff shortly.
Yay!
Anything else come on, team page, new face, how you feeling? All right, let's see.
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I just want to say real quick for my team, I know that tomorrow is technically the second Tuesday of the month, but I did not want to overwhelm you with too much going on after coming back from Super Saturday. So we're going to do our local event next Tuesday, the 16th at Arrow in the back room at 7 p.m. So I will get a graphic out about that. So thank you. I love the calendar. I love the simplicity. I love the new look, the new face, just everything about it.
Awesome. Yay.
I think one thing that I really love, as a former, I used to have a Blessed by Plexus team page, which I worked hard on. However, I would sometimes be nervous I wasn't going to have the support, on like if I did an online event or this and that, because there were so many things going on. So again, going back to what Shannon was saying, I love that we all know everything that's happening this month and we can all be there to support. And, knowing if you're participating in something or running something, helping with it, you're going to have the support there to back you up, So I love that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Awesome. Anyone else? Okay. So just a couple more things about the calendar. The Monday night Zooms are going to be every Monday night. Okay. Now, there's something I'm going to talk about in a minute about being on every Zoom. Okay. The requirements aren't there. However, you guys have to know, this makes me happy. I want to continually see this because this is so, it just fills my bucket, y'all. But I'm serious that it has to do that for you guys too, to be able to know that you're supported by such an incredible team. My biggest request, yes, be on this call, be on all the calls. But when I have a guest speaker, the third Monday of the month, please make sure you go to your calendar and you put that guest speaker Zoom on your phone, on your calendars, and plan to be here. There's nothing more, just hard to pop on someone's Zoom and have like 3 or 4 people there. Like I've been a guest on a lot of people's calls, and I'm going to be a guest this month too. And that's just all I ask, is that we represent the team when we have guest speakers on here. The more I get on these calls, the bigger the guest speakers I can get. When I can say, hey, on average, you're going to have 40 people on here. Don't worry. You're going to have a great crowd to talk to, right? So I just want to continue to ask on that. All of them will be recorded. I will share them all on the team page so that you can watch all of them. But just help us on our guest Zooms. Just represent our team. And I'm really excited about the first one. Not going to tell you who it is yet, but I will tell you it's a diamond. So very excited. Okay, moving on. So my biggest piece with 2018, I already told you, is simplify. A lot of you have shared it's growth, it's balance, it's faith, it's shine, it's encourage. You guys all have a word of some sort. Maybe not all of you. Maybe you have different resolutions. But there is one thing that I hear on our team 100% of the time, and it's balance. We all have to figure out how to balance our Plexus business in our lives, and it is going to look different for each and every one of us. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4. We have full-time working women. We have part-time working women. We have full-time working men. We have a lot of different people on this call, different ages, different groups of people. We live all over the country. So our balance is going to look different. But there's something that I've learned along the way. Balance comes in priorities, okay? My priorities are my faith, my marriage, my family, and Plexus. All I ask is that you get your priorities in balance, and Plexus will bless you if you give your time and your energy into Plexus. But it cannot be, they say you can work part-time, but not sometime. When you start working your Plexus business and you're trying to balance it and fit it in, it is so easy to put it to the wayside and come back 3 or 4 days later. But the momentum is hard to ride, okay? Have you ever heard this story of like going up the hill, a big mountain, and pushing a rock, okay? Push a little bit, give a little. Push a little bit, give a little. Well, what happens if you take a break and you come down and you come down? It is a lot harder to push that rock back up. But if you just give it a little bit, and keep on going towards your goal, you will help push over the top. You will help reach that goal. And without balance, it is a struggle. I can tell you, I have been there. And I just want to encourage you, because my excitement about 2018 is even bigger after Super Saturday, of course. But my biggest fear is we start like this, and then we end up by the end of the month with about 6, 10, 12, and it comes up and down. I've seen a lot of these faces on a Zoom before at different times, but consistency is key in the growth and commitment of your business, okay? So my one, big bubble that I just don't want y'all to burst for you guys is the big dream. You put it in a bubble and you're excited for the whole year. But at some point, something's going to pop it. Someone's going to pop it. It is your job to make sure that you've done enough personal growth, IPAs, encouragement, focus, to keep that the layers over that dream and over that bubble so it doesn't get to the core, okay? It is the hardest thing when you start off a new year, a new goal, to not protect that. You're very vulnerable right now because you're excited and you have big goals and you have big dreams for the year. But that first time someone tells you no, or that third time a second subscription goes out that shouldn't go out, or the back office doesn't work, it gets very hard to stay excited and motivated. But those are just little things. It's not the core. It's not the core of that dream. It's not going to crush it. So I want you to communicate with your upline, with me, with this team, what's going on. I want you to utilize us to keep you motivated throughout. That's obviously what we have a lot in store for this month to keep that going. I want you to also stay focused. If you have other things going on in your life, we all do. Trust me, we all have a lot going on. If you have other things going on in your life, you need to figure out how to clear the fog, right? Shannon and I talk about this a lot. Move the clouds, clear the fog, and focus. Okay, give yourself some type of 20 minutes of focus time on plexus and then go back to it, okay? If you're not giving yourself that focus time, it's very hard to really pour in to yourself and your goals, okay? The last thing I want to say is I don't want anyone feeling guilty on this team. Mamas, we all have a lot of guilt. And grandmas, dads, we all carry guilt, okay? We carry guilt in ways of, oh, we want to make people happy. We want to help this team. We want to help our upline. We want to help, our family's finances, or there's a lot of things you want to help and things you want to do. But life gets in the way. Kids get sick. Marriages have trouble. You need to spend time with your spouse. Don't say I have to get on this plexus call tonight. It's more important. If you do that, you're going to hear from me. Don't ever say that. Nothing's more important than your marriage. A plexus call can wait or be recorded. Please, please do not feel guilty if you can't make something. I absolutely love to hear from you. If it makes you feel better to say, hey, Tracy, you know what? Something came up. I can't be on. I can't wait to watch the recording. Great. I love hearing that. It's not required. I just don't want people feeling guilty, because what happens is when we share, oh my gosh, this happened to me, this is what's going on tonight, someone can say, oh yeah, me too. Oh yeah, me too. My kid's sick. And oh gosh, I got a flat tire. You guys, those are real life things. I don't want that to happen with all of you, because I don't want you to feel guilty. Hey, if you need prayer, you go to our prayer thread and we'll be praying for you in those situations. But I just don't want you guys to be feeling guilty. It's not needed. That's not what this business and this space is for. This space is for encouragement, excitement, motivation, momentum, and moving forward and helping you reach health, happiness, and wealth goals for this year. Okay? So I'll get off my high horse for a second. Do want to talk about two more things, and then we'll open it up for any questions. I am super excited to announce that Michelle Cook has volunteered to run our next book study. I am so pumped about this for a couple reasons. Our 15 Laws of Growth study moved mountains for me in my business. Not necessarily in where I went, but where I stayed. Right here. And I can promise you, if you pour into yourself through a book and a study in an environment like this, you are going to feel different when it's over, okay? So I put my book over there and I was going to show you, but I think you've seen it. It's Get Over Your Damn Self. There it is, Michelle. Thank you. Yes, it's called Get Over Your Damn Self, and we're going to call it GOYDS, GOIDS. That's what we're going to call it. And that is our new book study that is kicking off. Do you know the date? It's a week from Wednesday. Calendar's right here. 17th will be chapter 1. So believe it or not, that's only a week and a half away, is the 17th of January. So order your books. Michelle will make a post tomorrow with the details, and it'll have a graphic. That is where you need to comment, I want to be a part of this group, okay? This is a removed book group from the team page. We don't post on the team page. We don't do anything on the team page about this book, okay? It is all in a private thread in our weekly Zooms. So again, it's not something that'll overwhelm the team. If you can't commit to it, that's fine. Now, we Zoom every Wednesday night, and we have since the beginning of October, I think, and we're going to wrap ours up this Wednesday, and we'll have gotten through 15 chapters. I think we skipped some weeks and did a double week. But the point is, we got through an entire book together, and it was incredible. There's a lot of breakthroughs. And when you do something like Get Over Your Damn Self, there's a lot of self-reflection. There's going to be a lot of growth that happens out of there. And sometimes those are books that are hard to read by yourself because you feel alone. That's why we're doing this as a group. We don't want you to feel alone. We want you to feel encouraged. We want you to feel motivated. We want to meet you where you are. So every week we're going to Zoom. Just like I said before, I don't want you to feel guilty. If you're like, you know what, I think I can do 5 of those weeks. Great. Do those 5 weeks and jump on the Zoom. You can watch the recordings. We'll record every single one, but read the book with us, 1 chapter a week. Okay. So again, order your books. Amazon has them, and you can do Kindle or the actual book. Thank you, Michelle, for leading. I'm super excited. We've already done some discussion, and we're going to discuss in our old book. We're going to change some things up in how we did it last time, just to keep it fun and exciting and encouraging for everybody. Okay. 2 more things. Order your success kit from Super Saturday. If you didn't see it, $9.95, you guys. That was so much cheaper than I expected, with it being brand new, and our last one's being over $19. I'm really excited about it. I ordered mine today. The biggest piece in there that you're going to want is the product cards. Those are so great for you to learn about all the products and to learn about the ingredients and have your talking points and your key points to say. Okay. Last thing, and then I'll open it up for questions, is subscription orders. You should have received an email. Hopefully it's been corrected. If you had added an ambassador in the last 48 hours, it is possible their welcome pack ordered, or their welcome pack shipped or processed, and their subscription processed the same day or the day after. So if you added a new ambassador, please go into your back office and verify that they don't have multiple orders, okay? I've also had some preferred customers and other ambassadors that their subscription wasn't supposed to process for 10 days, and it already did because they went in and made the changes for it, so that it was over 130 PV and it already processed. There's been a lot of questions and a lot of things going on. The best advice I have to you is, if it is specific, email me or message me, because I don't want to put out there on the team page, oh, this is what you do for this. This is what you do for this. Everything's going to be different. And I'm usually the one that's going to have to be handling it at this point to correct things and get people's credits. But there's one thing that I need to advise you guys on. If you have a customer or an ambassador that got multiple orders, and you know before the package arrives, you need to tell them to not open their package. On the outside of the package will be their order number. They need to see which order they got. They match their order number that they can see in their back office, or what you tell them, to their package. They can open that one. The extra one, they need to write refuse, return to sender, and send it back to corporate. They will get their refund, okay? Our goal is to help them get their refund on it, but also make sure that they don't have 2 months worth of products. Because what happens if they have 2 months worth of products? They don't order the next month. You don't get convention credits. You don't get PV. You don't get points. And even worse, when someone goes silver and they get that new bonus that's involved in the convention credits, they have a goal of an attrition or a retention credits and points as well. They will lose that. So it is our job to be very aware of what's going on in our back office right now and correcting as much as we can, and catch it early, okay? So if you have specific questions, don't hesitate to message me. We'll work together. And if I have something that is a formal team message, promise I'll put it on the team page. Right now, I'm just getting what I'm getting from corporate, which they sent an email a while ago and said that it was corrected. And Sheila said, yes, you can order more than one success kit too. So if you wanted to get some for someone who maybe ordered last month and got the old one, maybe you want to update it for them. If they're a newbie and you're excited about them, maybe you can just get them a gift box too with it in there. I think that's it for tonight. So looking ahead this week, the challenge starts on the 11th. New ambassador training is going to start on Sunday. Product Zoom will be on the 15th. If you have insight on that, of what you'd like to learn more about, don't hesitate to send me a private message. I will be going, I sometimes might ask for, info, but knowing we're kicking off a new year and we have a lot of new people, I might just go with the popular triplex. But if we have some more specifics and questions you have, let me know. Anything else? Anything anyone wants to add? Okay, well, this is going to be like the consistency of or the first team Zoom of the month. We'll talk about monthly recaps, talk about new goals, talk about the calendar and what's coming. And then yeah.
I'm confused with what the challenge that's starting is. I've been trying to follow it, and I kind of got confused and lost on what that really was.
On the small steps, big changes?
Yes.
It's kind of like a 7-day challenge, like how we've ran them before. It's a separate group, but it's 21 days, and there's a chart that goes with it, and it's in the comments underneath the graphic that's there. And what it is it's making 3 changes is our goal for new people. Obviously for us, we're already on supplements, to help make big changes in 21 days. So it's kind of trying to break a habit. So one of the things on the chart is cutting out soda, cutting out fried foods, adding more vegetables, working out, moving your body 30 minutes a day. I think there's like 10 things on there, and it's pick 2 and commit to it for 21 days. And our goal is to help people who's in the group do those 2 things and add their Plexus supplements and hopefully have some results by the end of those 21 days.
And is it for ambassadors only or for customers?
Nope, it's for everybody, customers and ambassadors, anyone who has a bag of Slim.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for asking. Anything else?
I tried to read Get Over Your Damn Self by myself, and I made it through about a quarter of the first chapter. So I'm very excited to read this with everyone.
Good.
Sorry, I'm laying down. I have a kidney infection, so I have been on my couch for like 5 days.
Oh man, that's miserable.
I'm exhausted.
Well, I've heard amazing things about the book, so I think everybody's gonna love it. So
yeah.
Thank you all for being on. This was awesome to have such a big Zoom. Have an awesome week. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.
Thank you.